Quad 2 for the February 11th C.A.L involves deadlift, run, and a power clean. Obviously, we don't need to go over the run, but we are going to cover the movement standards for the deadlift as well as the power clean. Deadlift, the athlete will set up on the bar. At the top of the motion, hip and knee must be fully extended and the shoulders must come behind the bar at the top. At the bottom, both plates must hit the ground before the athlete brings the bar up again. Good. The athlete may drop the bar for every rep. That is legitimate as long as they are fully open at the top of the movement before they drop the bar. So things that would constitute a no rep would be if the athlete does not fully extend the hip and the knee at the top of the movement. Consequently, the shoulder will not come behind the bar. That will be a no rep, either hip and knee not opening fully or the shoulder not coming behind the bar. Something else that will not constitute a rep is if the athlete chooses to drop the bar on every movement. If they catch the bar on the bounce, that is a no rep. Or if the athlete drops the bar before their hip and knee are fully open, before the shoulder comes behind the bar. That would be considered a no rep for the deadlift. So let's look at the deadlift from the side and talk about what constitutes a good rep and what would constitute a no rep from the side. A good rep would be when the athlete approaches the bar and lifts the bar off the ground. The hips and knee will fully extend at the top, meaning the shoulder will come behind the bar at the top of the movement. At the bottom of the movement, both sides of the bar will touch the ground before the athlete lifts the bar again. What would constitute a no rep is either if the athlete stands up and the hip and knee are not fully open, not allowing the shoulder to come fully behind the bar like this. So do your deadlift and don't come all the way to the top. This would be a no rep. The hip and the knee are not fully open, allowing the shoulder to stay forward of the bar. Something else that would be a no rep is if the athlete chooses to drop the bar at the top, which is acceptable if they either catch it on the bounce like this. This is not acceptable, or if they drop the bar before the hip and the knee are fully open, meaning the shoulder is not behind the bar, like this. The hip and knee were not fully open before the athlete dropped the bar. That would be a no rep. For the power clean, when the athlete approaches the bar and cleans the bar, the elbows must come past the bar in the front rack position like so. What constitutes a no rep is if the elbows stay behind or under the bar at the top of the movement in the front rack. These would be no reps, the elbows clearly behind the bar. Something else that would constitute a no rep in the power clean is if the athlete receives it in the squat position, meaning the athlete receives the bar with the crease of the hip below the knee like so. As you can see, the athlete's hip is below the knee and has received the bar in the squat position. This would be a no rep. The power clean from the side. A good rep would mean that the hip and knee are fully open and the elbows come all the way through past the bar like this. What would be a no rep is if the athlete's elbows do not come through and pass the bar in the front rack position like this. Notice the elbows are staying behind the bar at the top of the movement. Something else that would constitute a no rep in the power clean is if the athlete receives the bar in the squat position, meaning they receive the bar with the crease of their hip below their knee. That would be a no rep, like so. This would be a no rep since now the movement has become a squat clean rather than a power clean. That would also be considered a no rep.